Welcome back to another Sunday Swings. It's the first Sunday Swings of 2026 and now it's the first real week of the year. We have a lot of pairs. I've never had so many pairs. These are 14 pairs, so it's exactly half of all the pairs. I definitely think I could be a bit more strict with the selection, but I think we have a lot of good pairs here and they are pretty similar, some of them. So I'm just waiting for the perfect setup. And since they are all similar and they all look good, I don't know which one will move the cleanest in that moment then. So let's start with GBP-CHF. GBP-CHF, weekly area of interest. We had like these tweezer tops and then the three kind of doji candles, and now we also had this daily area of interest and again tweezer tops. I am waiting for, well, I guess the 4 hour is already bearish, but I'm waiting for the 4 hour to go below this area of interest and then shorts to the downside. Pretty clean. Then another CHF pair, AUD CHF, pretty similar as you can see. We are at this daily and weekly, kind of weekly area of interest. Last week we had this weekly doji. So now, and we also had this something going on here, just up and down, up and down. And after a week of consolidating, we can expect a bigger move to happen. So I'm waiting, this is the right shoulder, for a break below, retest, and then the move to the downside. Also pretty clean. USD CHF, area of interest on the daily, on the weekly, a bit as well, I guess, if you count these three structure points. We had a nice retracement. I think I had this pair last week for this move and then this move, but as expected, only this move happened, only the retracement, and we had this daily doji now. So I'm waiting for a move below this for the 4 hour to shift bearish. Yes. On the daily it's not so clean because, well, we already are bearish. So there won't be any shift of structure, but I guess if we have a 4 hour, big 4 hour candle, bearish candle, then maybe we can put our stops above this. Obviously safer would be above this level right here. USD CAD, sharing the USD from USD CHF. We're at this strong area of interest, daily doji, 4 hour. I want for it to break below this structure point, below this right here, and then it kind of looks like a head and shoulders, and then the move to the downside. AUD USD, we have this area of interest, the EMA looks pretty good. I guess this is a higher risk pair. We have this. This is not that much of a doji, but I would still consider it as one. This is pretty high risk, but on the 4 hour, I guess it's pretty clean. Maybe not, maybe I will leave it out. But then we wouldn't have the 14 pairs, which are pretty clean, you know, the half of all the pairs. Otherwise 13 is my favorite number, and then we would have 13 pairs. I don't know, AUD USD is pretty high risk and it's not the cleanest pair. So maybe trade it, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Euro NZD, we have this head and shoulders looking structure also on the daily. We have this area of interest on the 4 hour and a bit on the daily. If we break below this, we also have the EMA, which in these few cases didn't really get respected a lot. But I think this is still a very valid trade, but also a bit more high risk than the other pairs. AUD USD and Euro NZD are a bit high risk. Euro CAD. Did I enter this? I don't think so. No, I didn't. Well, that's nice. Okay, I had already the... Let me see it again. No, someone else had their trade like this already. Okay. So we need a pretty clean break below this area of interest. A big bearish engulfing would be great. Then the retest and then the move to the downside. This actually could take some time. Euro AUD. Euro AUD looks cleaner for it to happen short term. Just a small break below and then the move to the downside. This is kind of a strong area of interest, so maybe it will bounce off. But I think we have a lot of room, a lot of space to go down. Euro CAD, pretty similar. As you can see, all those Euro pairs are pretty similar. Euro CAD, break below the structure, retest, then the move to the downside, just like the other pairs. Well, not exactly like Euro NZD, that's why it's a bit more high risk. Euro CHF. Euro CHF looks pretty similar to Euro AUD. Break below this area of interest, pretty clean area of interest. Retest and then the move to the downside. This could move to this area of interest this week, maybe next week, or it could just bounce off. We'll have to see. Euro GBP, no, Euro JPY. Now the JPY pairs. I have these three blue because even though they are all the same trade, Euro JPY and GBP JPY look a lot more clean, look a lot cleaner. We have this area of interest, break below, EMA, retest, move to the downside. Euro JPY, exactly the same. I think GBP JPY looks the cleanest, GJ. Then NZD JPY. Head and shoulders. If we break below this area of interest, retest, and then the move to the downside. USD JPY. Move below this area of interest. Yeah, looks pretty clean. And then KJPY, also pretty much the same, I guess. Yeah, pretty much the same as EURJPY. I think I'm saying GBP all the time. GBP JPY and EURJPY look pretty similar to CAD JPY and USD JPY and NZD JPY. They both look kind of the same. So break below, retest, move the downside. We then also have the EMA again. Yeah, pretty similar. I think GBP JPY might be the cleanest. Actually, when looking at the 4-hour structure, GBP JPY is the cleanest, but what's so special about CAD JPY in comparison to both these JPY pairs is that CAD JPY closed above this move on the daily. So now, when we have the break below this area of interest, below this structure point, we will actually turn bearish, while on EURJPY and GBP JPY, this is not going to happen, unless of course we have the move above this level and then break below and then have the move. Yeah. So I will make them red again. We have a lot of pairs. AUD USD, I think, and Euro NZD are the highest risk pairs in my opinion. JPY pairs pretty much all the same. GBP JPY looks the cleanest, and CAD JPY looks the cleanest. Did I say GBP again or JPY pairs? I don't know. CAD JPY is also pretty nice since we have the shift of structure on the daily then. Then we have the CHF pairs. Pretty clean. And the Euro pairs. It's basically JPY pairs. JPY pairs. You could split JPY pairs up in GBP, Euro, and CAD JPY, and then NZD and USD JPY. And then we have the Euro pairs, which you could also split them up, because Euro CHF and Euro AUD look pretty similar, and Euro CAD and Euro NZ, nah, not really. Maybe these are both different trades. AUD USD is its own trade. USD CAD, and then the CHF pairs. Well, USD CHF is its own trade, and then AUD and GBP CHF, they do look kind of the same. I don't know if the Venezuela attack, war, whatever is going on, is going to have impact on the US dollar. This could be some volume, but it's the first week of 2026, and well, the first week you can really trade, and I think a lot of people are happy for that, because for the last few weeks you couldn't really trade. So now I think we have a lot of nice opportunities. We just have to lock in concentrate, execute, and then set and forget. And with that, see you next week, everyone.